Good morning. Hey, hey, hey. We are here and ready for the fabulously fully booked challenge day 2. If you're watching the replay, please do say hello. Tell me that you're here. Still answer all of the questions. Those of you hopping on live with me, say good morning. Maria, lovely to see you, gorgeous. Who else is here with me? Say hello, give me a little wave. Iona, I don't know if I say your name right, I'm very concerned about that. I need to figure it out. Sarah, lovely to see you. Gorgeous, gorgeous. Good morning. Who is ready for a fabulous day 2? Boom, 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 boom. What I'd love to hear is, have you all done your task from day 1? I hope that you've taken action on it. I hope that you got real clarity from doing it. So the reason that I asked you to do this, let me explain maybe for a moment before we dive into day 2. If you're hopping on still, say hello. I want to see who's here. We've got Michaela, Dorchina, Suzanne, Joanne. Gorgeous to see you all. I'm hoping that my sound is a little bit better today, because yesterday when I watched it back, it was a bit muffled. Like, you go and buy expensive Apple earphones and the sound is muffled. What's going on? So sorry, let me focus. So the reason that I got you to do yesterday's task is that to create the kind of business, the life that we actually desire, we need to know exactly what that looks like. So if at the moment you're in that place where you're working really hard to get fully booked, and maybe you're not giving yourself time, you're not giving yourself energy, you're trying to do all the things, maybe you feel a bit in struggle, or you go into that space of stress, well, it's easy to just stay focused on that, which means you stay in that space. So when it comes to actually shifting our results and shifting the way we work and feeling like we're more aligned and more lit up and actually living life more on purpose and just feeling happier in general, then we need to focus on what that looks like. We need to know what that is to be able to create it. And one of the interesting questions, so Maria asked me yesterday, what does your ideal day look like? And I sat down to write it and I was like, well, you know what? It's kind of what it is. I think the only difference is that I would make sure that I was somewhere that was sunnier a lot more of the year. But apart from that, it's pretty good. I have my time in the morning where I meditate, where I journal. This morning I went and sat outside a gorgeous coffee shop and had my cake and my coffee, which was beautiful. I then, have my groups or my one-to-one clients that I work with. I take time for me during the day. So I have massages, I will go to yoga, I pick my kids up, I'll take them to their clubs and activities and all that. So actually, it's pretty damn amazing. But it didn't always feel like that. It was absolutely once that place of struggle and hard work, and my needs were at the bottom of the pile, and I was feeling tired and worn out and actually a bit resentful all the time. And the way that we start to shift that is by getting clear on what it is we actually want, because the amazing thing is it's available to us all. So Alison, lovely to see you. Sean, lovely to see you. Annabella, Sue, Amelia, gorgeous women. Hello, I'm super excited to get started today. What I would love to hear as well is, when you did your ideal day yesterday, your dream day, were there any ahas for any of you? Did any of you write it and be like, oh my God, I didn't realize that that's what I wanted? Or maybe, I know there was 1 or 2 people who wrote it first and they were like, that's not quite what I want. And then they went and redid it and actually found a much more aligned day. And that's super powerful. You love that I've had cake already. Of course, cake for breakfast. Eva, good morning. Ailey, okay, gorgeous to see you all. So today we are diving into, you've got to be seen to sell and get fabulously fully booked. Visibility, 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 right? We all know that our ideal clients cannot buy from us if they do not know that we exist. And we can all get so wrapped up in the mindset of being more visible in our businesses, because tons of stuff can come up, right? All these stories around, well, what should I say and how should I be doing it? What's the right way? What's the wrong way? And that whole perfection paralysis can 100% come into play. And when we fall into that perfection mode, what happens is, instead of it serving us, and instead of it being this thing that pushes us to create something amazing and share it with the world, instead it stops us in our tracks. It stops us from taking action. So who knows this? Who knows? That's it. Okay, Leonie, it's lovely to see you. Who knows that you can be a bit of a perfection, I nearly said freak, perfection freak, but actually everyone's a perfection freak, so it's actually totally normal. So tell me if you can be a bit of a perfectionist. Give me a little thumbs up or a hell yes in the comments. And have you noticed how it holds you back from being more visible rather than helping you to just get it right and put it out there. So what we really want to do, hi Gemma, hi Lindsay, what we really want to do is we need to find ways to release that perfectionism so that we can take action easily. One of my absolutely little go-to affirmations is done is better than perfect. We can spend forever trying to get something perfect. We can doubt ourselves, we can redo it, we can think of it again and again and again. We can get caught up in, well, should I do this or should I do this? I don't know which is the right one. And all the time when that's happening, we do nothing. And so what happens is our businesses stay exactly in the same place. And then we think, but why is my business not growing? Because I'm working so hard. But actually, when you stop and reflect, the hard work is all going on up here. You're thinking about it constantly. You wake up in the morning, you're thinking about growing your business and getting fully booked and bringing in clients. You're thinking about it all day as you're going about all the things you do. You're thinking about it as you go to bed at night, and it's bloody exhausting. And I know, because I've totally been there before, and it was horrendously horrible. And that's one of the times when I nearly fell out of love with my business, because it was constantly here and I thought I was doing everything. But actually it was a real kind of kick up the backside for myself when I realized that, no, I'm thinking about everything and I'm overthinking everything, but I'm not taking the action. And that was a huge learning curve for me in terms of learning to actually take action rather than overthink it so much. So we've got, yes, absolutely. You, hi Shazni, lovely to see you. Annabella, fully paid up member of the Perfection Free Club. I love it, Annabella. Yeah, you're the biggest perfectionist ever. And you're highly medicated for OCD. Oh my gosh. So yeah, 2 of those, that's big. Yeah. Definitely time for us all to shine. Boom. Yes, Alison. And that's what we're going to be diving into today. How you can shine, how you can show up and be seen in a way that's easy. So that instead of falling into the trap of perfection, it's just like boom, 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 boom. Done is better than perfect. And recognizing that, you know what, when you first start doing things, of course you're going to mess up. Like, you know, I watched back, not all of it, but a bit of my training from yesterday, and it's so easy to fall into that whole comparison thing, like, oh no, I didn't do as well as like other people do their thing, or whatever it might be, or just judging ourselves. So like, you know, I was like, oh, the sound quality is not very good, I'm doing my whole like head shake thing way too much, I'm looking at the comments instead of looking at the camera. Like, we can all go into that, and then we have to catch ourselves and be like, that is BS. What's most important here? And going back down to what's most important here is really key. So for me, what's most important here for me in running this challenge is, number one, I want to give back. I want to serve. I want to help you all. I want to support you all, because I've been in that place in my business. I know it feels shitty, and I believe that we all get to have fabulous, blooming, amazing, kick-ass businesses where we're making the money that we want to, where we feel free, where we feel fabulous, where we feel on fire, because why the hell not? Like, this is our lives. We get to choose it, and everyone can have it, and it's available to everyone. And having gone through that journey myself and continuing, right, because there's still so much further for me to go, I want to share that with other people. And in sharing that with other people, it lights me up. It creates a huge amount of fulfillment. And then, of course, people who really connect with me will want to work with me further. They'll say, hey, Claire, tell me about your one-to-ones, tell me about your programs, tell me about your masterminds. And by the way, I've got a new program that I'll be telling you about later in the week that I'm super freaking excited about. So those people who are really aligned and like, yes, I'm ready for more, I'm ready to do this, will take that next step for me. But most importantly, it's about me showing up. It's about me sharing. It's about me helping and supporting, because that really also gives me a huge sense of satisfaction. So does it serve me to pick apart what I've done? No, it doesn't. So therefore, I'm just going to say, hell no. And the reason I'm sharing this with you is because I want you to start looking at your marketing, the way that you show up and are seen by your ideal clients in that way. So in this conversation, it doesn't matter what kind of business you have. It doesn't matter if you have a service-based business, a product-based business, whether you're online, whether you're offline, whether you're a coach, whether you're an artist, whether you're a creator, whether you're a hairdresser, a nail technician, a fish and chip shop owner. It does not matter. At the core of it, this is exactly the same. For your ideal clients to buy from you, they need to see you. And for them to connect with you, because it's not just about seeing you, right? For them to connect with you, they have to see the real you. because there is far too much fakeness, masks, perfectionism, and you know what? You don't connect. When you connect, it's because you see that real person and you recognize something in them that's in you, and we're going to be talking about that later. And again, it doesn't matter what business you have, being fully you is the answer to being seen with ease, your ideal clients connecting with you and being like, oh my God, yes, I have to work with this person, whatever it is that you do, sell, offer. So, okay, Sarah, I thought you smashed it yesterday. Thank you, Sarah. But I guess that's my point, right? We can all really judge ourselves harshly, and it doesn't matter what level of the journey we're on. We can go into that, and it's a choice not to, and that's kind of why I share it with you. Shazni, yesterday's training was amazing. Thank you, Shazni. You just watched it before today's one. Thanks for being fabulous. Gorgeous. Thank you. Suzanne, do not worry. Right, are we ready to dive into day 2? So, okay, number 1, first question for you, and I want you to type this into the comments, is on a scale of 1 to 10, how visible are you currently in your business? On a scale of 1 to 10, how visible are you currently in your business? 10 is, I am totally visible. The whole world sees me and knows I exist. I'm doubting anyone is at a 10. 1 is literally nobody knows that I exist, and therefore I've got no clients because I'm totally invisible. So where are you on the scale of 1 to 10 in terms of how visible your business currently is? And this can be visible in all kinds of different ways, right? So it might be that and it will make a difference whether your business is online or offline, or maybe a little bit of both, in terms of how you market yourself and how you're visible, right? How you attract those ideal clients. It's going to be quite different, but at the core of it, it's absolutely the same. So what numbers have we got? 7, 6, 7, 8. Okay, there's some cool numbers. Hi, Vicky. Suzanne, we've got 6. Katie, if someone doesn't like you, it says more about them than it does you. Absolutely. Boom. 100%. Yes. Jackie, you're a 1, so you're invisible at the moment. Okay. Sarah, 6, 5, 5 or 6. Okay. 2 or 3. Okay. So is it fair to say, oh, Jeanette, I scored 10 in your group. I like it. Leanne, 4, 4, 5. Okay, cool. I think it's probably fair to say that we all know we could be more visible, right? I know that I could be way more visible. There are a ton more things that I could be doing in my business to be more visible. And I will also feel gratitude for myself in terms of how I have become more visible and allowed myself to become more visible in my business over the years. So it's important, firstly, to tap in and be like, hell yeah, these are the things I'm already doing well. Go me. So a little like self-celebration, feel good about that, because here's the thing, this is not about, oh my God, you're in such a terrible place, you need to do so much better. This is like, hell, look, you've got your own business. You are already winning. You are already freaking amazing, right? Because when you look at the population, when you look at like the people who surround us, how many people have had the balls, the guts, the dream, the vision to go after and actually create something that they feel passionate about, to actually say yes to diving in and starting their own business? Let's be honest, it takes inspired action. It takes a dream. It takes a specific kind of person to do that. So here's the thing, you are all already winning at life. That's my little saying. It's like, I'll say it with my husband sometimes. I'm like, babe, we're winning at life right now. You are all already winning at life. You should all already feel absolutely freaking amazing about what you're doing. And of course, it gets to be more, and it gets to be better, and it gets to be more aligned and more expansive, and you get to have more clients and more income and make a bigger impact and have more, even more freedom and more flexibility and more everything that you possibly desire. Oh, I get all excited. Can you feel the excitement? So whatever number you're currently at, it's recognizing, okay, firstly, I'm freaking awesome, because I'm already here, and that's brilliant. And I get to be even more visible, because I know that by being more visible, I will have a bigger impact and I will make more income because of it. And of course, that has a beautiful roll-on effect to all the other things, because having a bigger income, and we're going to talk about money mindset another day because it's huge, right? And I mentioned this yesterday. If you've got blocks about receiving money, about being rich, if you've got some of those old beliefs around like rich people are greedy or any of that kind of stuff hidden in your closet, it's going to block you from receiving more money. we want to feel freaking amazing and great and excited about receiving more money for the awesome work that we do in the world. I quite often, I'll refer to it as receiving richly for the amazing stuff that we do and the impact that we create, no matter what your business, right? And sometimes in the last challenge, someone said something to me like, oh, well, I'm just a nail technician, so I'm not really making an impact in the world. And I was like, oh my gosh, yes, you are, because how much better do we feel about ourselves when we go and enjoy those things, when we go and get our nails done, or when we go and get our hair done, when we buy products for our skin and our body. We're showing ourselves like self-love and we're enjoying it, and it makes a huge difference to how we feel. So no matter what business you have, you are making an impact, a positive impact in the world. And the bigger impact you make, the more income that you will receive for doing that. Are you with me? Is this making sense? Sean's like, I am awesome. Yes, you are. Every single person here is awesome. So I wanted to answer this question, because this is where, and we can all do this, right? When I first started online, well, actually not even just when I first started, for probably the first 2 years, and even I can still fall into it now if I'm not careful. And this is really important, right? Because it's really important to remember that we are human. We all get to be totally human. So we can all fall into old cycles or beliefs any amount of the time. And I think one of the things that actually really, it's a little bit of a like, for me, is so often we see like coaches and teachers and all these kind of people who show up online and they present themselves as almost perfect. And I hate this perfect presentation, because I think it makes us think that, oh my God, like to be at that place, to be that multiple six-figure business owner, or to be that seven-figure business owner, or to be that spiritual teacher, or to be that whoever it might be, I need to be perfect. I will be perfect when I get there. And it takes this thing and it takes it so far away from you. The truth is, we are all totally human, and there is no such thing as perfect. And yes, like we do improve and we do grow and we learn more about ourselves and we learn to shift more quickly and all those kind of fabulous things. That's brilliant. But we're also totally human, and we still fall into all that human behavior all the time of doubting ourselves or messing up or not doing things or not stepping up in the way that we think. So I just sidetrack for a moment. One of the things that I feel really passionate about is being totally honest about this stuff, right? Because I want you to know that actually you are still you. Like no matter what income you are creating, no matter what impact you are having, you are still you and you are still human. So let's just get clear on that. Right, back to the show. So are you all with me as I sidetrack? Yes to the nails, Jeanette, absolutely. You're just coming to make a coffee with me, guys. I love it, Leonie. Okay, so I want you to answer this. What do you think, or do you tell yourself you should be doing to be able to be as visible as you want to be in your business and get fully booked? So the question is, to hit my goal of whatever K per month, I need to. And that's what I want you to answer in the chat bar. To hit my goal of whatever it is your goal is per month, whatever fully booked means to you, whether it's 1K, 5K, 20K, 100K, whatever. So to hit my goal of XK a month, I need to. And I want you to type all of these into the chat bar because I want to see what comes up for you. And as you're doing that, I'm going to share my story a little bit. So when I was in that space, I had a huge list. I actually had it pinned on the wall. I was being a bit anal about it. I had this huge list that was pinned on the wall of all these things I thought I needed to be able to make the money that I wanted to in my business. And this is a bit sad, but I'm going to share it with you anyway. It's a bit sad and a bit embarrassing a little bit. I would daydream about winning the lottery, or winning, you know how like radio stations and TV stations and stuff like do those prizes where you can win £10,000 or £20,000 or £50,000 or get paid £5,000 a month for the rest of the year. You know, those kind of things that they do. I would literally daydream. I would daydream about if I won that £10,000 or that £20,000, how I could finally get all the things that I needed in my business so that I could grow my business. I'd be like, oh, if I just won that like £10,000, I'd be able to get the website that I needed. I'd be able to pay someone to do some Facebook advertising. I'd be able to get some beautiful branding. I'd be able to get someone to write my copy. I'd be able to do this and do this and I had this like huge list of things that I thought I needed in my business to get fully booked. And at this point in my business, all I was trying to hit was 5K a month, and which might still feel big to people, right? But in comparison now, that's totally different. But back then I was like, 5k a month would be amazing. It felt huge to me. It felt big. It felt exciting. And I had this massive list of everything I thought I needed to have in place to be able to make that 5k a month. So what are the things that come up for you? That's what I want you to type in. I'm going to read some of them out because I think this is really important, by the way, that we tap into this. You'll see why in a moment. So Sarah, we've got advertise, Facebook Live, signage, speak to everyone about your business. Okay, post multiple times a day on social media. Oh my God, that posting multiple times a day. Constantly outreach to multiple sources. Get more people through my shop door. Okay, and it's how. What do you think you need to be doing to get more people through your shop door, Amelia? That's what I want you to focus on, and type that in. Dorchina, I hope I keep saying your name right. I need to hit the advertising, local paper, etc., but I just don't have the money to put into it. You need to hit your goal. You need to gain more followers, to post more on social media, to get seen more. Okay, awesome. Message more, send out more emails, start a newsletter. Absolutely. So there's a bit of a theme here, right? Do you notice? Do more Facebook Lives, outsource general running of your social media, working on your business rather than in your business. Okay. Hi, Ruth. Lovely to see you. You need to have better brand, better advertising, the right clientele, a beautiful office space. Yeah, right. All the same. That it's like advertising, buying printing materials. I need to have self-belief. Boom, Jeanette. Love it. Right marketing, right people. Okay, right. You get the picture. We all have this story that we can fall into around all these things we need to have in place to hit our goal. Here's the thing. It's absolute bullshit. It's total bullshit. It's not true. And the reason that I know it's not true is because I didn't actually get those things when I started hitting my 5k, and actually some of those things I still don't have in place now. And so that's what I want to talk to you about, because when we have this belief that we need these things to be able to move forward and actually get fully booked, it can block us and it can stop us. And so that's what I want to dive into a little bit, because here's the thing. It's not the website. It's not the perfect copy. It's not the Facebook ads. It's not the posting multiple times on social media a day. It's not any of those things actually that we need. We do need to show up and be seen though. And I'm going to share more about that in a moment. Just tell me, when you think about that big list of things that you think you need, and also the fact that you probably might feel like I did back then, that you didn't have the money to have them. So same little story I would have is like daydream about, oh, if I just had that £10,000, I would do this and this and this and this, but I didn't have the money to put in any of those places. So it felt like it couldn't, I felt trapped. How do you feel as you think about that list of things? Does it feel expansive and exciting, like, yeah, this is amazing? Or does it feel like, oh, this feels like heavy and hard and a bit stressful and a bit like, oh my God, it's almost like a wanting energy. I want so much to have that money so that I can do those things. Maybe give me a little emoji or type in a word just to tell me, does it feel good or bad? In terms of when you think about all those things you're telling yourself you need to do. I'll wait for that emoji and I'll have a quick sip of my coffee. Hang on. Okay, let me see what's coming up. Draining. Yes, that's totally the word I was thinking of. That's a perfect word to sum it up for me. Anxious. Definitely heavy. Yeah. So it doesn't feel good, right? And let me just remind you, why did we start these businesses? Why did you start a business of your own? Was it to feel drained and anxious and heavy? No, hell no. It was to feel expansive and free and fabulous. So we need to shift all of that, right? So I want you to literally, like in your mind's eye, crumple up that paper, crumple up that list, shred it up, throw it away, get rid of it, kick it to the curb. We do not want that energy. We do not want that list of shoulds, because that list of shoulds blocks us, stops us, and makes us think that we can only have, and this is the thing that we fall into all the time in life, we need X before we can have Y. I need to have a website before I can be fully booked. I need to have money before I can have a website. We put these like blocks in our way to where we want to actually get to. Does that make sense? Are you with me? So we need to shift around how we feel about this. We need to shift into a place where our marketing feels easy, where it feels expansive, where it feels fun. So the way that I actually got to fully booked in my own business that first time is that I realized that I'd been learning all these strategies from all these different experts, and all of the strategies they were complicated. They were hard work. It was like, you need to do this and this and this and this and this and this. And I felt so overwhelmed and so stressed out. I was just like, oh my God, no, it's not working. The way that I actually became fully booked is that I got totally fed up with that. I was like, done with this for the moment. I gave myself an arse kicking around the mindset because I realized that I wasn't practicing what I preached. At that point, I wasn't a business coach. I was a mindset coach. And I realized that I wasn't practicing the mindset stuff myself. I was focusing on what I didn't want. I was in a place of scarcity. I was totally like drowning in all this like stress and struggle. And oh my God, this life is going really badly right now. And it's not my fault. And whose fault is it? And I want someone to blame. I was totally in that place. I was in victimhood. I was in lack. I was in scarcity. And I was like, well, Claire, this isn't going to work, is it? If you're not even practicing what you preach yourself, who's going to want to work with you? And so I realized I needed to like get my stuff together and start actually showing up in the way that I love some of the emojis that are there. So funny. I needed to start showing up as the woman, the powerful woman, the change maker, the absolute kick-ass mindset coach who could really help her clients. And first, it meant me doing it myself. So first, I totally worked big time on my mindset. And in my mindset shifting to a place of being more open, more expansive, more like, okay, I can do this. So what feels aligned? What feels exciting for me to do? I was like, you know what feels exciting? I've got a group sitting there. So I had a group at the time, this group, by the way, at the time it had like maybe 30 people in it, 40 people in it. It was a tiny, teeny little group. I was like, you know what feels expansive? I'm going to show up in that group. I'm going to start doing Facebook Lives. Facebook Lives were quite new at that time. So it was a while ago. I was like, I'm going to start doing Facebook Lives. I'm just going to go live. I'm going to share about my mindset. I'm going to share about my journey of shifting my mindset. And I did. And I didn't do it every day, but I did it a couple of times a week. Shazly's giving me some love hearts. Shazly, you might have even been in the group at this time. And I just started showing up. And at the end of the Facebook Lives, I was like, okay, I'm opening up a couple of places to work one-to-one with me. This is what we're doing. I'm going to help you shift your mindset exactly like I've just done for me. We're going to do this, 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 and this. People got on calls. I filled my one-to-one coaching. I didn't have a website. I didn't have any funnels in place. I wasn't doing any Facebook advertising. I didn't have ideal copy. And to be honest, like I've got better at writing copy as I've gone because I've obviously practiced it more and more. But back then it was pretty rubbishy. I didn't have there was nothing. I didn't have an office, nothing. I literally had my laptop, go Facebook Live. That was all I had. And that's how I got fully booked. Everyone's got that. Everyone here has got that. And so I want you to, so much love for you. Thank you, Shazly. I want you to realize that this list of things that we think that we need in our business isn't actually true. And so I want you to start shifting this. Because when we're in a place of scarcity, like I was sharing a moment ago, where I was at that before I got fully booked, when we're in a place of scarcity or doubt or stress or struggle, our creative switch is off. We don't have ideas. We don't feel inspired. We don't see beyond the little box that we feel like we're trapped in. It feels like I'm just here and there's no way out and there's no options, there's no answers. I'm just trapped in this space and poor little me, this isn't fair. Life is doing this to me. It's only when we shift our mindset, we stop focusing on what we don't want and we start focusing on what we do want, that starts to shift. And that creativity can start to flow through us, and that creative switch gets flicked to on, and we start receiving those inspired ideas. And when we're in that space of receiving those inspired ideas, that's where my idea came from, of doing those Facebook Lives in my group and offering one-to-one coaching. It didn't come from a strategy that someone taught me. It came from a place of alignment, me being in alignment with my vision and what I was doing, me showing up, me being visible, me sharing from a place that felt good. And of course, I had to move past some of that BS that can go on in your head. But who will want to listen to me? What do I have to say? What will people think of me? Who wants to see me live? Like, what if I look like a fool? What if I mess up? All of that stuff. Of course, I didn't have to work on it. I just chose to ignore it. I chose to go, hey, I hear you, and you've not got space here. And that's what we need to do. Okay, you love my message. Thank you. Hi, Marie. Maria, let me see what you say. I know having a private Facebook group is the easy way to go, but for some reason I have massive. So you don't need. So that's really important. You do not need a Facebook group. Like, you get to choose what's aligned for you. There are certain things that I think are easy. So for me, having a Facebook group is easy. You can choose to align to it if you want to, because there's probably scarcity going on. And I want you to check into this, Maria, and anyone else who resonates with this. If you're like, you know what, I know that like having a Facebook group makes total sense, or I know doing Facebook Lives makes total sense, but I've got resistance to doing it. You've got two options. You can either go, it's out of alignment for me, so I'm going to find another way that feels more expansive and feels more fun. You can 100% go down that route. And you will, and there are other ways, because there are millions of ways to be visible in your business. Or you can choose to align to it, and what that means is notice what the beliefs are that are holding you back, what feels out of alignment, what makes it feel like you've got that resistance, and choose to shift it. Maybe you've got something around, oh, it'll take up so much of my time. Well, it doesn't have to. Who's in control of your time? You. So you get to choose how often you show up in it. You only feel like it's a waste of, and I'm not saying these are the things that go around your head, Maria, but these are some of the things that I know come up for people. And one of the things is, well, if I've got to give it time, it feels like something you don't really want to do. But what if there's community? When I'm speaking to all of you, like, I see you as people in front of me, right? You're people that I am connected to. I'm super freaking excited that you are here. You are with me. You are on this journey. You're showing up. You're taking notes. You're taking action. You're growing your business. You're getting in alignment. You're doing all the things that you want to do, and that you've made being here a priority. And I love that. That fills me up. So I, of course, want to show up in this space, right? Of course I want to, because it fulfills me. So how can you shift some of your beliefs or whatever to a place that you are in alignment so you can do it, whether that's about having Facebook groups, doing Facebook Lives, whatever it might be. You've got a choice. It makes so much sense. Awesome, 100% agree. Awesome. Okay. Right. So where did I get to? So we get to either take action from a place of scarcity or from a place of abundance. Right? When we move into that place of abundance, that's when creativity opens up. That's when we get inspired ideas. And by the way, there is no such thing as a bad idea. The other thing is, and Elizabeth Gilbert wrote a book, and I read it a number of years ago now, but there were certain aspects of that I love. So she wrote the book Big Magic. Most of you might have heard of it. If you haven't, go read it. It's an awesome book. She talks about creativity all the time. That's what the book's about. And she talks about how creativity almost flows through us, and that we have a certain amount of time to grab hold of an idea before it's too late and it's gone. The same in your business. When you get ideas for how to market your business, for how to be visible in your business, to how to show up or what to sell in your business, don't park the idea and leave it saying, oh, I'll do it next month when I'm not so busy. You've got to take it and take action on that idea while the energy of it is alive. Because when you do that, you are taking inspired action, and people buy emotions and energy. So people want to see you, but they really connect with you, your emotions, your energy. So no matter what you're selling, products, services, whatever, it's you, your energy, and the emotion they get from working with you or buying from you that gets them coming back again and again and again. I'm going to dive into that a little bit more in a minute. So I want you to step for a moment into a totally abundant mindset. I want you to recognize that your ideal clients are everywhere. And I just want you to go into this belief for a moment. Like, see it in your mind's eye. Your clients are queuing up at the door. You have a list full of people. Like, there are people everywhere who are desperate to, people know your name. People ring you, they're like, oh my gosh, like so-and-so told me about you, or I saw you here, or I saw this that you did, and I really want to work with you, or I really want to buy this from you, or I really want to book in with you. From that place of total abundance where clients are everywhere, what is it that feels really exciting that you'd be doing? And here's the question to Ashley. This is a question I want you to ask yourself. How would I be allowing myself to be truly visible if I felt confident, carefree, and fabulous about my business? I'm going to read that again to you. Ready? How would I be allowing myself to be truly visible if I felt confident, carefree, and fabulous about my business? And I want you to type it in the chat bar. What comes up for you from that place of like, hell yes, I'm awesome, my business is amazing, people absolutely want what I have to offer. Like, it's it's a crime for people not to know about me, because I know that I change people's lives. I believe in my business. I believe in myself. I believe in my ability to have a beautiful impact on people's lives. From that place of you just really believing in yourself, what are the things that you would be doing that would really light you up? How would you be sharing your message? How would you be getting seen? How would you be telling people about what you do? Jeanette, let me see what's going on. That's where I go wrong sometimes. I don't take action when I'm inspired. Cool. Sean, you've been busy before, but then you've taken your eye off the ball and now it's dead. I can just do it. Okay, we're going to talk about that another day a bit more, about the up and down of like the fully booked to famine. Fully booked to famine, we're going to talk about that. So Charlotte says videos and live chat. Awesome. Facebook Lives. You'd be proud to talk about it to people instead of shying away. Yes, Lisa. You'd be on podcasts, Facebook Lives, guest speaking in groups. Boom. I love it, Annabella. These are the things, right? It's these things that come up from that inspired place, from that abundant place, from that like, oh my God, like I'm amazing and I just need the world to know about me kind of place. And I know that there'll be part of you that judges that. It's like, oh, that sounds so big-headed and it's this and I can't possibly do that. Just imagine for a moment that is how you felt. What are the things that you would do? So for me, like the things that always come up in that space are, I'd be speaking at events, I'd be doing even more regular Facebook Lives, I'd be connecting with influencers. So I've got a friend actually who a year ago, she runs Facebook ads, and she decided she'd been doing lots of James Wedmore stuff, who's like a big name in internet marketing. And she actually emailed him and was like, hey, I follow your stuff. How about I run your ads for you? And he went back to her and he was like, yes, I'm interested. Let's have a conversation, right? Connect with influencers. Don't be in that place where I'm only here and I'm nothing and I don't matter. Connect with big people in your industry who can really help you to grow and have a bigger impact. Write those blogs, like maybe you love writing, write those blogs and submit them to magazines. Start a YouTube channel. This is a different one. This one came with me when I did have a fish and chip shop with my husband a number of years ago. There was I know a family who owned a big chain of fish and chip shops, and they opened up a massive fish and chip shop, and they offered fish and chips for a penny for one whole day. And it had a massive impact on their business. They did it because they thought it'd be fun. Like they thought just a few people would come, they'd sell their fish and chips for a penny, and it went huge. It was actually on like the 6 o'clock news. It was crazy. And they had so much fun doing it, right? From that place of people are going to taste these fish and chips, they're going to think they're amazing. I'm going to give them away for a penny because actually I know people are going to come back. It's from that place of really believing in yourself and your product or your service. Maybe you'd have like a huge party and invite people around and show them what you do, and show like just what are those things that would feel amazing for you. Producing, educating videos, I love it. Guest speaking podcast, brilliant. Accepting interview opportunities, I love it. You'd be invited on BBC breakfast, boom. I mean, oh my gosh, I never really watched this morning, but I watched a snippet of it the other day, and they were talking, like some of the guests I have on there are crazy. Every single person in this group would be amazing and have huge value to give on things like this morning. What would you do? Where would you speak? Where would you reach out to? Where would you contact and go, hey, this is what I do and I want to do this with you. You'd share your passion more in your messages. I love it. You'd be on Facebook Lives, YouTube, guest speaking. Look, doesn't the energy feel different about this? Doesn't it feel exciting and inspiring and like, oh my God, like, yes, I'd be doing all these things because I'd feel great about myself and I'd feel great about my business. Well, guess what? This is what you do now. Not from a place of I need to, I should, but from a place of, oh my God, like I need the world to see this. I need everyone to know about my business because I know that it positively impacts people's lives, whether it's one life or a billion lives, it doesn't matter. It still has that positive impact, and that's still a beautiful, beautiful thing. Charlotte, you love my energy. Thank you, Charlotte. I know I get all, sometimes I think, calm the energy down, but I just can't help it. I'm just on, there's just a lot of energy going on here. You need to tell more people about it. Yes, in conversations you'd be sharing, you'd be telling people about it everywhere, right? Of course you would. To organise your wedding showcase, the suppliers coming to you rather than the other way around. Yes, and that leads me on perfectly to my next point. Because where we get to, and the trap to fall into, and I hear it all the time, is people say, where do I find my ideal clients? And it's this search. Where are my ideal clients? Where do they hang out? Where are they? I can't find them. I can't find any ideal clients anywhere. And it's like this idea of like searching. And in my mind's eye, it reminds me of like, you know, I remember I once had a hamster, and it was like the perfect escape artist, and we would bloody well search for that hamster everywhere. Like, that's the picture I get in my mind as I envisioned people like searching for these clients, and it doesn't feel very nice. We do not search or find our ideal clients. We show up as the lighthouse, right? You are the lighthouse, and you attract your ideal clients to you. You don't see lighthouses like running around the ocean. Like I've got this little cartoon picture in my head right now. You don't see lighthouses running around the ocean like searching for sailors to rescue, right? A lighthouse stays in its place, and it shines brightly, and it guides the sailors to safety by being there, by just shining brightly. And that's your job. Your job is not to search for ideal clients. Your job is to be visible, so that your ideal clients are attracted to you, are magnetized to you. And the thing that attracts them to you, the thing that magnetizes them to you, is you being all of you. So no matter what your service, what your product, what your business, you need to allow people to see you, to see who you are, to see what you stand for, to connect with your energy. And your energy doesn't, like, I know that when I do these Facebook Lives and things, my energy is like high as a kite almost, because I just enjoy it and I have fun, and like, this is a one part of me. There's also other parts of me, right? There's the calm version of Claire, there's the quiet version of Claire, there's the total like introvert version of Claire who likes quiet and peace and shh. So it's not like you need high vibe energy, but you need your true energy to come through, because that's what attracts your ideal clients. That's what totally magnetizes them to you. So I want you to notice, what are those things where you probably judge yourself, where you might say, oh, but I'm not polished enough, I'm not professional enough, I don't have a nice office, or I don't have this, or I don't have that, or I don't have anything to say, or why would people listen to me? Or notice those things that come up. Actually, I'm diving ahead a little bit, but notice those things that come up for you and recognize that they're just not true. Because you are perfect where you are right now. And there are ideal clients waiting to see you, to work with you right now, but they don't know you exist yet because you're not being visible. And even if you are being a bit visible, you're not actually showing up fully as yourself, as the powerful change maker, creator, incredible woman that you actually are, as the woman on the rise that you are. And that's the secret. You have to allow yourself to be all of you, to be the full expression of who you are. Because it's only when you do that that people can really connect. You are already connected, and science has proven this, right? This is a scientific thing. Science has proven that we are all connected. As human beings, we are all connected energetically to every single other person on this planet. And so it's not about searching for your ideal clients. It's about flicking the switch on that connection. I want you to actually, let's do this together for a moment. If you're driving, don't do this. I want you to take a deep breath in, and then just gently close your eyes. And in your mind's eye, with your eyes closed, just gently keep on breathing, and just notice with the in-breath, you're inhaling beautiful light and energy and gorgeousness, and with every out breath you're exhaling any stress or tension. In your mind's eye, I want you to notice yourself standing in a beautiful space, and as you see yourself, I want you to notice all these tiny little threads, all these little threads coming from you, coming from all over you. They're beautiful threads. Notice what colour they are. And I want you to notice these threads and notice how they all are connected to every other single person on this planet. And as you notice those threads, I want you to focus on them and purposefully charge those threads. Almost see, like that light kind of going down through the thread so that it lights up the thread as it goes and pings. Your connection is made to that person. And I want you to do it again and again and again. So light that thread up, ping, light that thread up, ping, light that thread up, ping. And just notice how all these connections are being turned on. these are your ideal clients. These are your soul clients, and you are already connected to all of them. And I want you to notice the abundance, the hundreds of thousands of ideal clients that are out there waiting to work with you. So many clients, in fact, that you could never actually work with all of them. You could never serve all of them. You don't have enough time here to do that. There are an abundance of clients everywhere, and you are already connected to every single one of them. When you're ready, just take another deep breath in and come back to the space. You can choose to connect yourself in to all of those ideal clients anytime. It's a really nice visualization to do before you do a Facebook Live, before you show up, before you speak, before you connect, before you pick up the phone, before you do anything marketing-wise in your business. Flick the switch on those connections that are already there. Show up. Find a way to be visible that feels expansive and exciting and lights up your soul, and simply share what you want to talk about, what you're passionate about. And this is something I'm going to talk about more one of the other days, but beneath your business, you have a core message you want to share with the world. So whether your business is the fish and chip shop that I spoke about earlier, whether you're a coach, whether you're an artist, whether you're a musician, whatever you might be, you have a message, your core message at the heart of your business. And it's not, hey, buy my nail varnish, or hey, come and get your hair done with me, or whatever it might be, or hey, come and do this coaching program with me because I can help you. It's deeper than that. It's connected with your purpose. And I don't want you to overthink this, because when you think about, oh my God, I don't know my purpose, it can feel a bit big and overwhelming. What's your purpose now? What's the purpose now that you feel calling to you? And how is your business linked to that? And how do you share that message with the world? Okay, let me have a look at some of these. You love the lighthouse analogy. Awesome. I always poo-poo me before people do it first. Yes, and we need to stop doing that. And so this leads me on to the last point for today. But if you're not ready and I'm now asleep, so this is the last thing that I want you to do today. And this is just tapping into that fear mind versus the abundance mind. We all have these two parts of our mind, and they are two parts of the same conversation. So one part, you could call it ego mind, you could call it fear mind. It's the part of you that is filled with doubt and worry. It's the part of you that, as you say, like poo-poos you before anyone else can. It's the part of you that goes, oh my God, but this might not work, and who are you to do this, and you're not ready, and you're not worthy, and you're just not good enough, and no one wants you, and no one will pay that, and no one will blah, 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 right? And then we have this other part of our mind that's like, yes, I know I am ready, and I know I can do more, and I know that I do deserve this, and I know that I want to give this to my friends, my family, and I feel this part of life calling to me, and I feel that I just know that there's so much more waiting for me in life, and you feel that, like, and you can sometimes call this like your higher self or your abundance mind, or however. And you'll experience these two minds differently. So some people will almost hear the conversations in the heads between these two parts of your mind. Some people, it will be more of a picture that pops up in your head. One picture is filled with fear, and one picture is filled with abundance. Some people, it's a feeling that you might get. You might get it in your heart, or in your stomach, or I don't know, but you'll experience it more as a feeling. And what happens is, without realizing it, we listen and we tap into the fear part of our mind way too often. Like we just do it automatically. It's almost like we believe that to keep ourselves safe, we need to listen to the fear. So that's where we're drawn to. And we hear more and more and more of it, and it stops us again and again and again. But it's a choice, and I want you to start realizing it's a choice. And so what I want you to start practicing, and literally, before you get visible, this is what you do. You go, hey, fear mind, like, I hear you. And like, you've not got space here. So I hear you, but I'm not listening to you. I've lost, hold on. Facebook's telling me it's lost a connection. Come on, Facebook. If you're watching the replay, you can probably still see me. Let me have a look at the comments. Who can see me? Let me have a look at these comments, because on the replay, people are probably going to be able to see me still. You love the mini meditation, visualization, awesome. You set up initially as a beauty therapist because you were so intimidated. Oh, you're giving me love hearts. Does that mean you can still see me? How weird. What's my Facebook doing? Okay, I'll continue. So we can tap into the other part of our mind. Thank you for the love hearts. That's super helpful. It's really weird because my screens, I can't see myself right now. It's just telling me it's trying to reconnect. So let me see if you've written things here. It's okay, I'm still here. Okay, I'll carry on no matter what's happening. So the other part of our mind, our abundance mind, we choose to tap into this instead, right? And we go, well, what does the abundance mind say? What does my higher self say about this? My higher self says, hey girl, you've got so much further you can go. You have got this. You can do this. You know that you've got knowledge to share and ways to help and make a beautiful impact in the world. My higher self is like, you're ready. Let's go. Let's do this already. Come on. You're amazing. Own it. Go for it. And so we need to absolutely all the time be tapping into that part of ourselves again and again and again, because it's from this place that we feel inspired, that we have creativity, that we take action, and that we absolutely naturally attract our ideal clients to us and we get fully booked. Like, this is literally the secret of getting fully booked. I think so often we fall into that place of looking for the secret and we think that the secret is in the strategy. The secret is not in the strategy. The secret is in how you show up and what part of yourself you choose to listen to. So whether you show up every single day from a place of worry, doubt, questioning, or from a place of, hell yes, I have got this, I'm taking action, what's the next inspired step? What am I excited to do next? Can you still see me? It's really weird. You can all still see me, even though my computer's like, you're not here. So I can't see myself anymore. It's weird. Okay, so that's a choice, and I want you to start practicing it every single day. Let me share with you, let me find, where's the task for today? So here's the question for you today. So day 2 task, make sure you share it in the Facebook group, make sure you've liked this video, make sure you've commented on this video. Here is the question: if I had total certainty in myself and my business, the next aligned step to show up and be seen in my business would be ... Let me say it again. If I had total certainty in myself and my business, the next aligned step to being seen and selling and getting fully booked would be ... And lots of you have already answered this, right? You've already said it. You've said you do more Facebook Lives, you connect with whoever, you speak, you'd share your message, maybe you'd go to a networking event and tell people, maybe you'd find speaking opportunities, maybe you'd submit your blogs to magazines, I don't know, whatever it might be. Just the next step, because we do not need to know all of the steps. We don't need a huge plan that's all laid out. All we need is the next step. All we need is to follow the next little breadcrumb as we walk through the deep dark forest, which it can sometimes feel a little bit like. So what's the next step from that place of inspired action, from that place of creativity, from that place of flow, total flow, and loving being visible, knowing that you do not search for your ideal clients, you magnetize, you attract your ideal clients to you by being the lighthouse. Okay, so your job today is go and share that and actually step into it and do it, right? Don't just share it and then be like, oh, I've done. You've got to do it as well. You've got to take action on it, because that's what's going to get you fabulously fully booked. I hope you've enjoyed today. If you've got any questions, type them in. I'm hoping that you can still see me. I've got absolutely no idea. I could be talking to myself right now. But please do type in any questions that you've got. I hope you've enjoyed today's training. I'd love to hear if you've got any ahas or specific takeaways. If you're enjoying these and you've got like business besties that you want to invite into the group, then please do. You won't be able to share videos out of this group because it's a closed group, but you can invite people into the group if you think they'd enjoy it. Go and have a fabulous kick-ass day. I will see you tomorrow, 10:30. Tomorrow, we'll be going live for day 3. It will be fabulous. It will be epic. I hope you'll join me then, because I love it when you're all live with me. Oh, there are some comments popping up, so you still can see me. That's brilliant. To do a Facebook Live. Haven't done one yet. Go for it, Alison. You can do this. Eva, thank you. Awesome. Thank you. Mwah. Thank you for all your thanks. Go and have an amazing day, and I will see you tomorrow at 10:30. Bye.